COVID-19, or the coronavirus, it's not really the way we intended to run our digital agencies at the start of 2020, is it? Hello, it's Damien Papworth here from Globotel, and today I'm coming to you from my home. Apologies if there's a little bit of ambient noise with this video today. I'm sitting in the backyard of my balcony because for the foreseeable future, I've asked our head office staff to all work from home as we contemplate and deal with the challenges that are coming to us surrounding the coronavirus. As always though, here at Globotel, we're here to serve you, a digital agency in this amazing industry of ours, help you design the business that serves you, the business owner. And that's what we're really going to look at today. Not normal times, how do we design our digital agency to manage the challenges that we're going to face in the coming weeks? And in giving this topic much thought and also speaking to the digital agencies in our direct community, I think it's really going to come down to two things. The first thing is getting back to why we're here. And we're here to serve. We're here to serve the business owners who are our clients, help them make wise choices about their business. And the second thing is, I think we have to see ourselves in these times as business leaders, leaders in our community. And if we're leaders in our community, how do we help move past the negativity and the panic that's arising caused by these issues? And there's only really one answer, and that is by ourselves going down the path of taking overwhelming positive action. We can move forward with overwhelming positive action. And that's what I'm going to cover in today's video. I get it, certainly not normal times at the moment. If you're a digital agency owner though here looking for support with your agency, welcome to join and subscribe to the Globotel TV YouTube channel. We're bringing videos to you every Monday in normal times to help support your agency succeed in the general business landscape. Now to our video. So in sitting down with a bunch of people in our community over the last couple of weeks, particularly in the last 4 or 5 days, I've come up with 8 key concepts that I wanted to take you through today to help prepare your business and the people you serve for the coming months of uncertainty. So here's the 8 key ideas that I think will not only hopefully get us through this period, but have our businesses and have those around us supported by much stronger foundations by the time we get to the end of it. So I think the first idea is, and this one is absolutely paramount, you have to look after the welfare of the people whose care you're entrusted with. So this is obviously family and friends. Employees are a big part of it. You have to look after the welfare of your employees. People in your immediate community too are very important. All right, look after people's well-being. Such an easy statement to make. Such an obvious one to make, but what does it really mean? Let's have a look at it a little bit deeper, because obviously we have the health issue, and how do we manage people's well-being and their health during this pandemic? That's the easy one to solve. And it basically, as we see with government regulators, it basically means a growing escalation of withdrawal from society, a withdrawal from commerce. But that's starting to create other big problems now. This pandemic will pass us by in 3 months, maybe 6 months, somewhere around that. What'll be left after that? And it's an important thing to think about, because if we are withdrawing unnecessarily from certain transactions or certain activities that we otherwise would have engaged in, we're actually creating a bigger problem for us to deal with down the track. So well-being isn't just health at this point. It's the economy of people's well-being also. The more commercial engagements that we stop participating in, every single time we do something unnecessarily, we're creating a big problem for someone to deal with today and a bigger problem for us all to deal with down the track. So I just want everyone to be a little bit thoughtful, and mindful about what are we actually withdrawing from and how do we actually keep, life of the economy going during these times. Okay, idea number 2. And this is, I think, in the digital marketing industry where we can actually be leaders. We have all the technology ourselves that we probably are already engaging in, which means that we can operate completely remotely and run our businesses without person-to-person contact. So I think this is an example where we can heighten our use of these types of this type of infrastructure. Instead of doing face-to-face sales meetings or coffee-based meetings, that kind of stuff. We can use Zoom and Skype and all those sort of services to really minimise that human contact. So we need to use our knowledge of these industries and these tools and this infrastructure to help our clients who maybe aren't so aware how that they can create that kind of infrastructure themselves. All right, idea number 3, I think is super crucial. And I think if we get this right as an industry, if we get this right individually in our businesses, it will make a world of difference to us, to our businesses, and the businesses of our clients and our futures. And it simply is this: let's get back to service. Let's get back to offering service and really, really serving the clients that we have. So what does this mean? To me, if we are in service to our clients, what this means is we help them make very good, profitable, return on investment based decisions around marketing in their business. We help them invest in publicity and advertising and marketing in a way that will return them over and above what they invest, that will help their business grow over time, and that will get them clients in the difficult times. So what does this mean today? Well, maybe one of the things you need to do is get in front of each of your clients and go through everything with your clients. Do an audit of some kind. Work out what marketing is working, what isn't working, because I'll tell you this, your clients are going to be making decisions very shortly on what they're spending money on and what they're going to stop spending money on. It doesn't serve them at all that you sit and wait and let them make decisions such as, I'll cut all marketing, we can't afford it. Or make decisions without awareness of what's working and not working. You don't want your clients to have a worse business at the end of this because you didn't get in front of them, work out what's working in their marketing, and make sure they keep spending on the things that are specifically driving their business. So if I was a digital agency today, I would not charge for that service at this moment. I would actually get in there and try to serve them, focus on long-term well-being of their business, and focus on being part of that conversation where they're making those decisions. So how can you serve your clients best in times like this? So there's a whole bunch of other things that you want to be armed with your clients when you have these discussions. Some of your clients are going to be backed into a wall. One of my best mates, his name's Craig, he creates stands for exhibitions and events. That's all he does. As of today, I had a jog with him down at the beach. As of today, he does not have a single job on the go in the office. He does not have a single quote that he's preparing. His business of 40 years, second generation, has stopped in its tracks. He's looking at ways to pivot. He's got a skilled workforce of 20 or so people. He's got all the machines that create these stands. How can he pivot? You need to be able to have those conversations with your clients that are backed into a corner. How can they be flexible and move in a certain direction? You may have clients in hospitality, restaurants and cafes and that type of thing. Are you having conversations with them about delivery services, about the Uber Eats, those sort of services, so that they can maybe, provide their services and their products in a way that is a little bit different today, but can keep going through this time? That's the kind of conversation that you should be having with them as a trusted advisor or as a wise counsel. What else? What other things that can you bring to bear? Like one of my cousins is a vet. We just had a quick exchange on Facebook around, can she do basic level care products so that pet owners, it may be a lockdown in the future, can have the basics of what they need to care for their pets in absence of a vet on hand. What does that look like? One of the things that we've brought to bear for our industry that we are launching this week is a fast track pivot style website. So basically it's a quick style website. We'll get it done within a week, launched within a week, to help those bricks and mortar businesses who are stuck and need to change direction to weather this storm. So our clients, our digital agencies that we're serving, we're creating a solution for them to help the business they serve, to help people overcome, this immense change and this immense pressure. And, some of them cannot move forward without the ability to quickly put something together and be supported through it. That's what we're trying to offer for you, a digital agency owner, so you can offer it to your clients so everyone can move forward. That's the type of service I'm talking about. Okay, idea number 4 for you, digital agency owner, obviously small, medium-sized business. One of the things that I heard on Facebook earlier today is, as small business owners, when we have an economic downturn, we absolutely have the choice on whether we participate in this or not. If we lose 20% of our clients, 25, 30% of our clients, the numbers of clients lost isn't big enough that we can't go and replace that with new clients. It means we're going to have to change things, sure, but that's a choice. We can change things and make sure that we cover all our client attrition with new clients. Just sit with that in the moment. You have the choice on whether you're going to be part of this downturn or not. You have the choice on whether you're going to change a few things and make sure that for every client you lose, you gain a new one. A big part of this is attitude. A big part of what's going to happen over the next 2 or 3 months is going to be attitude. So many businesses are going to cut spending on marketing and advertising. For me, we're double downing on marketing and advertising. What resources can we bring to bear to make sure that, obviously people into our network is going to slow down. With what we're doing today, the number of people making decisions coming into our network is going to slow down. What can we do to increase our activity over here so that even though the rate of entry is slowing down, the actual basic numbers are coming in is going to be the same? You've got to think about that yourself. If you're going to, what resources can you bring to bear so that if you lose a client, you can do this, even if it takes you twice as long, and get another client to replace that. Really give that some thought, create real strategy and planning around that, and assign real resources around that. All right, so in thinking about this though, obviously the question is, well, where are the opportunities? So I've already given you one, companies that really need to pivot to survive. That's an opportunity. That's an opportunity where they need someone to help them pivot. Bricks and mortar businesses that have never gone online today would be absolutely crapping themselves. There would be so much fear. What do we do now? Never gone online. I've put it off for too long. I don't know where to start. They need someone to help them. That's an opportunity. I think another big opportunity is community style marketing. And what do I mean by that? I mean, restaurants and cafes who may be forced to close down, they're going to need to have a way to communicate with their loyal customers, the guys who love them, so that they can get moving again as fast as possible once all the dust settles down. How do they do that? Well, if they had a strategy around a Facebook group, like a Facebook group marketing strategy, not only could they tell them what's going on today and maybe implement delivery-based services, that kind of stuff, but when it's business back to usual, they can go and communicate at that point, get all their loyal customers behind them again to make sure that business as usual is met with instant action in their community, so they get the wheels rolling straight away again. So, community-based marketing opportunities there. Get out and speak to your clients. Get out and speak to the cafes. Get out and speak to the people who are going to need to get things running ASAP when they're back on their feet. Put a strategy in place for them for that. There are lots of opportunities like this. All you really need to do is sit down and think about them. Think about what people are going to need. Think about what your clients and your prospects are going to need, and how do you actually serve them in making sure that their future needs are met. Go in with the intention of service. What are they going to need, and how do I serve them to get that? You'll be amazed at what you can achieve. Okay, next idea on what to do over the next couple of months. You have to be flexible. I'll give you an example of what this looks like to me. So as we know, Craig is a mate who has the business in exhibitions and events. He has had his entire workforce, all the guys who are usually out of the factory putting these event structures together, the carpenters and the joiners and all that kind of stuff. Everyone's in sales today. So everyone is in sales. They're walking the streets. They're going to different places to talk about, options that they need with the current crisis, signage, helping people with, renovations. I've asked him to quote on getting a patio built out in my backyard, see if he can help me with that. You have to be flexible. You have to make this work. If you do lose a bunch of clients in your agency, isn't an idea that the people who are in fulfillment, if they're permanent staff, that they go out and sell. They go and do the door knocking, or they do telesales or something. You have to be flexible. Everyone has to pitch in. flexibility and open-mindedness is key in these times. All right, so the next idea is a people idea, and one of the guys in my circle is a man called Murray Dalmaida, and he started Donut King in Australia. He's in the Hall of Fame for franchise businesses. Very smart business person, and one of the things he said in a morning that I spent with him is fixed costs kill businesses, and it's so true. And in small business generally, specifically digital marketing, we get our fixed cost and our variable cost mentality wrong. What we do is we assign fixed costs in human resource to fulfillment. So we have SEO consultants and Google Ads consultants and that kind of stuff. We employ full-time staff to fulfill the services that we have with our clients. And what that means is that fixed cost does not go up and down when our demand and our orders go up and down. Converse to that, we have marketing and advertising spend as a variable cost. Causes massive issues, because what happens is that when we have economic activity go down, we need to cut costs rather than cutting costs in the fulfillment department in line with fulfillment requirements. We cut costs in advertising and marketing right when we actually need that spend even more. So you really, really need to look at how you're resourcing your orders at the moment and resourcing your projects, and work out how to get your human resource expense aligned with your fulfillment revenue. Obviously, Globotel, we are a resource partner to digital agencies. Our model of doing business with you is one where you can completely align your fulfillment expenses with your projects. So you lose a project, you cut that project with us, and you don't pay for fulfillment expenses. You get 10 new projects, you raise 10 new projects with us, and then with the extra demand and the extra revenue, you pay the extra fulfillment expenses. Super, super important. Fixed costs kill businesses. Human resources, fixed cost in fulfillment is a massive risk for business generally. And a lot of us will find out what that looks like in the coming months. You may have to make some tough decisions. One of the problems with making tough decisions in times like now are staff entitlements, outstanding leave payments and retrenchment payments and that kind of stuff. They kill cash flow in times like this. So, maybe long-term planning, if you're stuck like that, long-term planning, think about how you can do things differently moving forward, which human resource costs are absolutely necessary to manage fulfillment and which can be transitioned into a more of a variable expense model. But yeah, so good luck with that. That's just really, really important to know for long-term business health. And I think the last thing that we all need to be mindful of too is cash flow. So cash is super, super important in times like this. And I don't mean hoarding it, okay? I don't think we should hoard cash. I think we need to think about how cash moves in our business. And if cash starts driving up, it's not a good idea, as this wind blows up behind me, it's not a good idea to hoard it, okay? What it's a good idea to do, if cash starts driving up, rather than thinking, how can I hold on to money, think about how can I get money faster? How can we get money faster from our clients? Because what we need to do is look after the people that are supporting our businesses. It makes no sense to withhold payments to suppliers who are supporting our business, put them under duress, because situations like this, a 100-year event, we want our suppliers to be there at the end of the day too, so that they can help us take off with our businesses again once this passes. If each of our suppliers has a groundswell of people not paying them, they might not exist by the time we're ready to take off again, which means we can't take off again. So when cash starts getting critical, chase faster, chase harder. Get in touch with all your clients that are outstanding. Really have one-on-one conversations. Work out what they need assistance with, but make sure that they understand that they need to pay, that they need to get money in your door as fast as it can, because you might not be there to support them when they need to take off. So super, super important. If everyone, this really comes full circle back to we need to keep transacting and being, community participants in the economy. We need to support the businesses around us. We need them to support us as a community. If we have this flow, abundance and love and energy, it's the same energy as what money is. We need it to flow. We don't need it to store. So keep cash moving, keep cash running, keep it working for everyone. That's the last point that I had, the last idea I had for managing your business, your digital agency in these challenging times. We have a great community of digital agencies, a Facebook group only for digital agencies. It's called the Digital Marketing Dream Team. I'll put a link down to it in the description below and also in the first comment. If you'd like to talk to other industry participants, to your colleagues in the industry, to see what they're doing to weather this storm, come and join us. It's an open forum where all we do is share ideas and converse about things that we're all facing. There's no selling. All it is let's work together to make the industry better and make all our businesses together. I'd love for you to join us. If you found this video useful, love to hear what your thoughts are. Leave us a comment and let us know how you're navigating these challenging times. Please share it with people in your network who may find it useful also, who will be battling also during this time. As I mentioned earlier, we put a video up here on our channel every Monday. In these extraordinary times, there'll be quite a few more, but we definitely do one every Monday. So if I don't see you before or interact with you before, I'll see you next Monday.